Inside the 30. Hester's going to take it all the way for a touchdown. Picked off. Look out. Get past Manning. And it's Tracy Porter taking it all the way. Touchdown, New Orleans.
You're listening to The Pigskin Project, the world's #1 football podcast. Now, with more insights on all things football, here are your hosts, Ben Hansen and Ryan Matthews.
All right, ladies and gents, not entirely sure what happened here. Ben was just in here. This is his first week as, he settles into his podcast, or his apartment and everything. Slowly but surely getting into, everything, trying to figure out everything. This is all very new to us. So as of right now, we're just kind of waiting for him to get back in. It's a little bit of a different situation right now. I'm not entirely sure what the plan is if he can't go in, if he can't go today. But I'm ready either way. Just kind of stalling at the moment, not gonna lie. But yeah, like I said, his first one in his new apartment. Very happy for him. Not sure what's going on here. Let's see. I'm not sure. Maybe if I okay, there he is. All right, cool. I see him. He's in. Looks like he might be in a better situation here. I'm gonna go ahead and add him to the stream. Ben,
How you
are we
doing?
on your phone now?
Yeah, we're on the phone.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Did you explain what's going on?
So So he was on his computer.
Yes.
Everything looked like it was fine, but then he started kind of breaking up a little bit, and plus there was a huge delay as far as like my reaction to his reaction. So now it looks like it's much clearer.
I'm working on my data now. The Wi-Fi here is not the best.
It's all right. We will work with it. But
Absolutely.
I was telling the people it's your first podcast episode in the new apartment. You're out on your own now.
Hopefully the other ones are better than the start to this one.
Quick question. Are your AirPods connected to your phone?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. Anyways. All right. Well, congrats on the new apartment. Despite, I'm sure there's been a lot of stress going, moving in, everything, getting everything all sorted together. Do you want to talk to us a little bit? Just give us a little insight on what's going on.
Yeah, no. I moved in yesterday. Would have been my first day here. I left on Tuesday. Today's Thursday. I left on Tuesday. Stayed with someone. Mary, you guys know her. Stayed with her. Moved in yesterday. It's gone awesome. Same roommate I had back at my old college, and I have a new one. They're all pretty cool. So everything's good. I like the new room. I have you guys can barely see it, but I have the flag, the old Eagles flag back there. But yeah, it's been good. I enjoy it. Again, hopefully our Wi-Fi gets fixed, but you got to do what you got to do right now. Pod must go on.
The show must go on. Exactly. Speaking of shows, this week, I don't know if anybody listening to this is interested in Indiana high school football, but one of our, promoters, Regional Radio Sports Network, my broadcasting company that I work for, we are currently starting our season for football, and we had the kickoff show. I believe it was either earlier this week or last week, but it was. I think it was earlier this week. A lot of fun. But I will be covering the Rensselaer versus Kankakee Valley game. Very exciting, and it's going to be with Vince, who we've had on the podcast before. So altogether, going to be a great show. So if you guys are looking for that, just look for it on Regional Radio Sports Network's Facebook. It'll be live there, as well as rrsn.com. Ben, it is fantasy football draft week.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So we have a little something cooking up that we've been kind of hinting at for weeks on end.
Yes.
Would you like to tell the people about that?
Yeah, so 8:30 Central Time, we're going to do our fantasy draft. We'll probably start the stream probably 10, 15 minutes early.
Yes.
So you can expect the stream, 8:15, 8:20 Central Time. But we're live streaming the draft. We got most of the guys in there. We're missing a few guys. But most of the guys are going to be in on the draft, and it's going to be fun. And if you guys are interested in different, people talking about football, that's going to be in there. And we're going to be talking about football in there as well. So this might be a little shorter due to that, but I mean, it's going to be fun. You guys, if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, you guys like the podcast, absolutely tune into that.
And one thing that I must note, parental advisory is very much advised.
Yeah.
Yes. There will be profanity involved in the stream.
Yes.
And not necessarily by me, not necessarily by Ben, probably by Ben.
No.
But no, I'm just kidding. No. But it might be with our guests and everything. So we want to make sure that everybody knows, because we don't, at least we try to keep it very PG, at least when it comes to our words that we use, just because it's not really all that necessary when talking about the game of football. It's a beautiful game and it deserves a beautiful language. But when it comes to fantasy football drafts, it is also a beautiful game. However, trash talk is very much encouraged. And with that might come rough language. So with that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to our weekly news. Something that, we stress a lot on the podcast is we don't like talking about the situation, but there is news regarding this. So, as we've said before, we're going to provide the news on the situation. I'm going to go ahead and add you back here. We're going to provide the news on the situation just because it is news nonetheless.
Yes.
Deshaun Watson's suspension has been extended to 11 games as agreed upon between the NFL and the NFLPA, and he'll also be fined $5 million that will be sent to a charity. I am infuriated by the ignorance expressed by the NFL with this. I'm going to use my words wisely, as and I will say I am still supporting them because I'm still watching a game, but Bears just scored, by the way. It's a fumble from special teams. Love it. Anyways, so it's just genuinely frustrating. I'm gonna go on my little high horse now, just because I haven't really had time to vent about it. But you're telling me that this gets 11 games, an odd number, 11 games, and you're gonna start this guy against his former team. That's his debut. And you're going to tell us that none of that was just, all of it was just a coincidence? That no, it's not. It's a big cash grab by the league. They know he's a big ticket seller, but at the same time, he's going to draw a lot of hate, and a lot of people are going to go there to boo him and shame him and everything like that. With that, as wrong as that might be to some people, the NFL sees a lot of money bags in that. Not only that, but the ratings, the TV ratings, everything that they can draw from that very much will go into the NFL's pockets. Not only that, $5 million is the fine. And last but not least, this allows Deshaun Watson to play the minimum amount of games required for his contract to get a lesser cap hit for the Browns?
Well, okay. So where he's going with that, that's the key to everything. The 11-game suspension means that Deshaun Watson gets to keep the rest of his contract. Yeah. If he missed out on 12 games, meaning he only played in 5, or meaning he only played in 4 because of bye week, then he wouldn't have gotten his money. But since he did the 11 games and he's paying in 5 of them, he still gets all of his guaranteed money, versus if he didn't, like I said, and he only ended up playing the 4 games, then he would have only made like $5 million this year. His guarantee
Right.
wouldn't have hit, and they wouldn't have to pay any of that. So this allows him to make pretty much his entire salary besides that $5 million, versus a 12, 13, 14 game suspension would have taken up most of his, or all of his salary, basically.
And one of the things that our good friend Matt said today, that was a great point, and just kind of expresses our frustration toward the league, as many other people too. It's not just us; it's other people too, and
Yes.
a huge majority. If you have $100 and you sexually assaulted, what was it, like 24 women, whatever, doesn't matter, too many.
Yeah.
But if you do that, your punishment, pretty much you get 11 weeks off your job and you get $2 off of that $100. That's all that you have to give up. That's it. It's unpaid vacation, might I add. It's not, any kind of good vacation. But I will say that's just it's worth 2% of that contract, and it's bad.
It's paid vacation because he's still getting his game checks. The only money he's losing out is that $5 million. But
Oh.
his yearly salary that he's making, so I think his contract's like $240 million split across 5 years, I think it is. He's still making what he should for this year,
Oh, geez.
besides that $5 million that's getting pulled out. So he gets to sit around and do nothing, and the only thing he's losing is that $5 million, and then not paying that up, not playing that 11 games. But that's I don't know. People know where I stand on that. So
everybody knows
yes.
how we stand on it. It's just we needed to vent a little bit. But for the love of God, please, please, please let this be the last time we have to talk about this. I hope to God that it's over. I'm done with it. I'm sure. I mean, you've already said to me that you're done with it as well. But we've said before, we're going to continue giving you guys the weekly news and the content that you guys deserve, because it is a big headline. We have to cover it. But with that being said, the next headline, the Buccaneers are signing defensive end Carl Nassib. Nothing too big, just another depth signing. One that is big, though. It's unlikely that the Saints running back Alvin Kamara will be suspended at all this season. If anything, it will probably be next season. Dude, the NFL's got to figure this out. I mean, when it comes to it, it's just it's the suspension, everything like that. It's just NFL's got to figure it out.
Yeah, it's again, it's all over the place. Again, going back to the Deshaun Watson stuff, I question who makes these suspension rules and stuff. Again, guys like Calvin Ridley are missing out an entire season for placing a bet on his own team.
Yeah.
And Alvin Kamara assaulted someone, and he might not even get suspended this season. So
he didn't.
I don't know.
Assault him either. It was just straight up like he just wiped the floor with that guy, like
yes,
to a pulp, and it's gross. Yeah. But I mean, altogether, disgusting the way that they're handling some things, and it's weird. Broncos are signing free agent linebacker Joe Schobert, another depth signing, nothing big. Speaking of another signing, though, Antonio Brown wants to join the Cowboys, but he can want all he wants. I would like to be the owner of the Bears, considering their performance within recent years, but I'm also 19 turning 20 and don't need that spot. I'm not, what's the word? I am not credible enough for that spot, and I don't think Antonio Brown is credible for that spot either, despite, considering what he did last season. I think Antonio Brown is done, and he needs to get his brain checked out, because there's no way that you can watch yourself play live. Like, it's just not happening.
Yeah, it's sad. Like you said, though, he's done. No team. I'd be very surprised if I wouldn't say no team. I wouldn't run it past Jerry Jones to sign him, because Jerry Jones is just as crazy as Antonio Brown. But that's besides the point. He doesn't have a place, really. I mean, he was fine. He played, as a good third wide receiver in that Bucs offense. But what you're gonna have to pay him and what you have to do all that for him to be the diva he is, to storm off the field the way he did, and and I don't say this lightly, and be the locker room cancer that he is, it's just not worth paying him to come in and be the third wide receiver anymore. It's just not.
I saw something on Twitter, and I thought that we should mention it because we were at the game on Saturday. We missed something pretty cool.
Did we?
The Chiefs let safety Justin Reed kick an extra point after their second touchdown. And he
Dang.
made it. He shanked it right down the middle. It was great. It was just really cool moment. Didn't even recognize that it was happening.
No.
At the game, you're so into just the atmosphere of Soldier Field,
Yeah.
which you witnessed for the first time. I feel like you just got a sample size, though. It wasn't anything. Once you get deep into one of those sections, if you get one of the middle seats or something like that, you are in the middle of that section, and you are getting high fives all around if you're a Bears fan. Now, in December,
you just wait for this game. Oh, yeah.
when you're an Eagles fan, and here we go.
And we are in the middle of the section, by the way.
Oh, dear God.
We're like seats like
you are
12
going to get publicly shamed, I will say.
after the Eagles win.
And then everybody's going to give you a hug afterwards when you beat us. But high fives all around to me, Jonathan, Mary, if she's wearing a Bears jersey.
Oh, we'll soon be wearing a Bears jersey, but she's rooting for the Birds.
That's traitor. Anyway, no, so it's a cool atmosphere. I mean, you witnessed it. High fives all around. People are crazy for their sports in Chicago. It's a huge market, everybody knows. Last point that I want to make for weekly news isn't regarding the NFL, it's regarding this podcast. We are going to be a shorter podcast show today because we are providing more content at the end of the week. So we don't really have too many segments planned, but it's not out of the ordinary for the segments that we do have planned. So stay tuned. But as of right now, for our first schedule prediction for this week, we are going with the Seahawks, and I'll go ahead and start out just because I kind of already have my picks. However, so I have all the whole schedule pulled up for them.
I think it should be mentioned too who the Seahawks are currently playing right now.
At the moment, they're playing the Bears.
Yes.
And the Bears are winning 17-0 halftime.
Oh, yeah.
But here, you know what? Let me talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
Because, there's although it's preseason, although we're in the middle of it and everything, from what I've seen today, I'm kind of impressed. The offense has been rolling, and it's been all momentum on Chicago's side, something that I'm not familiar with today, this year, the last 10 years. It's been a lot of fun to watch this game because every time that the Bears get on the field, it looks like they're scoring, or, every time you glance up and they, I don't think they've punted all that much. But I mean, offense has been rolling. The run game has been insane. Cole Kmet made his preseason debut, and he was a beast in the time that he spent on the field. Legitimately, over the shoulder catches. He's breaking tackles left and right. He had like an 11-yard gain after breaking like 4 different tackles and everything. This guy is a beast, and I am so excited for that. If I don't get him in fantasy, whatever, he's still on my favorite Bears, or my favorite NFL team. Very happy about that. Tristan Ebner is a very, very positive spot.
He was fun to watch.
Dude, I'm telling you, for a 5th-round pick and a running back, he's a pretty solid choice.
What round was Khalil Herbert? I'm pretty sure he was.
I want to say 4th for some reason, but
okay.
I could be wrong. And then Velus Jones, I think his name is pronounced. He also made his preseason debut. And this is just a halftime report too, so things could go downhill. But Velus Jones has made his preseason debut and has done amazing on special teams. He returned a kick all the way to the opposite, I want to say 45 or 35-yard line. Very, very good. But altogether, great blocking from the special teams unit. However, talking about blocking, the Bears offensive line has like nothing. You can look on any social media platform right now and just say, oh my God, I hope to God Justin Fields is going to be okay this year. But all in all, the scheme, everything that they're doing seems to be right. If you have a crappy offensive lineman and a mobile quarterback, what do? You have him scramble to the outside. You have him make a pass like that, and it's working. You have, one of these. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. Whoever's watching, I do appreciate it. But I mean, he's scrambling it out to the outside. Cole Kmet getting open around, the midfield and everything like that, and he's making catches. Like Cole Kmet didn't catch it all, and he's making catches. It's obvious that the chemistry that needed to be developed last year when Justin Fields wasn't getting the practice time and everything like that with the ones, he's getting it now, and he seems to be that guy. That's all that I'm taking from this game. But without further ado, let's go ahead and do our Seahawks schedule, just because they look like trash, and I'm just going to tell you right now, this is not impressive for their season.
No, I don't have them winning a lot of games, and we'll get to mine. But what I'm giving them is like the highest I think they can be, and you'll see that's not good for what I have them going. But if you want to take the reins here,
yeah, of course. So, versus Broncos for the Seahawks, that's an L. What a game though! But Russell Wilson's really going to show out in Seattle and everything. That's going to be a good one. Definitely watch that one. At 49ers, that's another L. Versus Falcons, not very high on them. Giving them the win that week. Let's see. At Lions, that's an L. Very high on the Lions this year. At Saints, that's an L. Saints are sneaky good. Versus Cardinals, that's an L. At Chargers, that's an L. Versus Giants, that's a win. At Cardinals, that's an L. At Buccaneers, L. Versus Raiders, L. At Rams, L. Versus Panthers, that's a win. Versus 49ers, L. At Chiefs, L. Versus Jets, that's a win. And then versus Rams, I'm going to say L, because this team is not deep whatsoever. If they can't beat the Bears in the preseason, they're not going to beat the Rams on their bye week pretty much. So for a grand total of 4 wins and 13 losses for me.
Yep. I have 4 wins, 13 losses as well. Our last W comes in a different spot, but I'll run through this real quick. I think they lose to the Broncos, and I think they lose to the Niners right out of the gates. We both agree on that. We both agree on the Falcons. They're going to win the Falcons. And then they're going to go on 4 games lose streaks against the Saints, or against the Lions, Saints, Cardinals, and Chargers. But I think they get 2 back-to-back victories against the Giants. I think that's kind of a given. But against the Cardinals. This last podcast, again, or 2 podcasts ago at this point, I'm not very big fan of the Cardinals. But then they lose to the Bucs, lose to the Raiders, lose to the Rams. They get their W again for the first time against the Panthers. But then they lose to the rest of the season. They lose to the Niners, Chiefs, Jets, and Rams. Grand total of 4 and 13.
All right. And then moving on next up to the 49ers.
Nice.
Let's see. So week 1 at Bears, I've come to my senses. We talked about this on the train.
Yes.
So at Bears, 49ers should win this game, so I'm going to give them the win. Mm-hmm. This could be a game that the Bears win, though. It could be. But I'm taking the 49ers to be safe. Versus Seahawks, that's a win. At Broncos, I would say the 49ers and Broncos size up pretty well.
Yeah, that'd be a fun match.
But I'm gonna give the Broncos the win because Trey Lance doesn't have that dog in it. I'm just kidding. I just love saying that recently. I don't know what it is. No. So Trey Lance doesn't have that veteran experience that Russell Wilson has. Russell Wilson can win you a game with the right team. He's going to prove it. And for that reason, Broncos win. Versus Rams, 49ers aren't going to touch the Rams this year. At Panthers, win. At Falcons, win. Versus Chiefs, win. At Rams, loss. Versus Chargers, loss. At Cardinals, win. Versus Saints, I'm gonna say they lose that game. I'm on the Jameis Winston hype train lately. versus Dolphins. I'm going to say they win that game, but not by that much. Versus Buccaneers, loss. At Seahawks, win. Versus Commanders, win. At Raiders, loss. Versus Cardinals, loss because they're resting for the playoffs. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're going 10-7 this year for me.
Okay, I think we're in the same mindset. I'm a little higher on Trey Lance. If you guys don't follow TikTok, follow
Here's
TikTok.
the thing. Let me just restate, because I said the Saints, they're going to lose to the Saints. This is a game that the 49ers should win, absolutely.
Yes,
this is clear-cut and everything, but every single year, when
you
there's
lose a game
team,
and win a game when you're not supposed to.
Absolutely. And I'm thinking the Chiefs are the game that they aren't supposed to win, but they'll win it. But then they'll lose to the Saints for whatever reason. So that's it. But I'm also not very high on the Chiefs this year. That's why I'm kind of giving them the edge there. But go for it.
Okay. I'm glad you came to your senses. Against the Bears losing week 1. I know it's tough,
but it's
fine.
Yeah,
they're losing week 1. The Bears are losing week 1. The 49ers are winning week 1 against the Bears. They're winning against the Seahawks. I think they're winning against the Broncos. I think they start off 3-0. The first loss is the Rams. And then I think they beat the Panthers, beat the Falcons. I do think they lose to the Chiefs. So through the first 7 weeks, they have 2 losses. So it's looking real good for Trey Lance.
Really good, yeah.
The hype is building for him, and I'm here for it when it happens. But I think they beat the Rams the second time around. I think they go on a bit of a losing streak here, and I do think they lose to the Chargers. So
let me correct myself. I had a 9-8 season. I marked the Broncos as a win, so it's fine. But anyways,
no, I'm beating the Rams, losing the Chargers. I'm beating the Cardinals. I have them beating the Saints. I'm losing to the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are gonna be scary. I feel like everyone's on that hype train. I'm losing to the Buccaneers, but beating the beating the Seahawks, beating the Commanders, losing to the Raiders, but beating the Seahawks. That has them at 11-6, or 10-6. Sorry,
10-7.
No, 11-6 is right. 11-6 is correct.
So that'll do it for our Pigskin Pick'em schedule predictions for the NFC West. We're done with that one. We've got one division left for it's I think it's no, I think we have actually 2 or 3. It's okay, whatever. Because we still have the Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers division. I think I was saving that one for the last, and then as well as the other side. But I did a thing. I joined another fantasy league. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And because of that, I have a newer, I should say, draft position.
Yes.
And so that's where I drafted from today's mock draft. I have the number 3 pick. It's a completely new fantasy football league, everything like that. As of things right now, I have the number 3 pick. It might get shuffled up later, but just for content purposes, we're going to draft from here because I like the number 3 picks, whatever. So what I'm going to need from you is a grade after everyone, and then overall. Yep, just in case people haven't noticed. But
yes,
round 1, pick 3, Dalvin Cook.
I'm assuming. Wow, who went up?
Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry. Loading up on running backs early.
I'm gonna give you an A- on that. I would have went Justin Jefferson. That's just how I feel. But yes,
fine. I was thinking Justin Jefferson too. It's between those two, but they're both Vikings.
Yep. Yes.
Round 2, Deebo Samuel.
That would have been with what league is this? Is this a 10, 12?
12-person league.
12 league.
Yes.
So this would have been with. Gosh, I can't do math here. The 21st overall pick, because that's important.
This I would have to check, but
I think it's 21st. I think 21st. If I did, no, 22nd. It's a
Okay.
22nd pick. Debo, 22nd pick. We'll take it. We'll give you just a straight A on that one. So you got A's right now for the first two picks.
Travis Etienne in the third round.
I like that. I drafted him last year. I know people talked about James Robinson. I'll give you an A on that so far. Yeah, I like this draft.
Kyle Pitts in the fourth round. It's a little high, but a lot of tight ends started going, and Kyle Pitts was still available.
Based on that knowledge, I'll give you an A-. Yeah.
Okay. Josh Allen in the fifth.
I'm not a fan of taking quarterbacks high. I've never have been. We'll give you just a straight B right now, but a B being your worst grade is not bad.
Yeah. Jerry Jeudy in the sixth.
Yeah, we'll give you a B+ on that. Yeah.
Chase Edmonds in the seventh.
Yeah, we'll give you another B+.
Juju Smith-Schuster in the eighth.
I like that. I think Juju could be really, really good value because he was hurt last year. He's moving to a significantly better quarterback this year. As we've seen with Cooper Kupp, obviously I'm not saying he's going to be Cooper Kupp, but we see what changing, from an average quarterback to below average, jumping up to an elite quarterback and what that can do for your stats. So I'm a big fan of him this late in the draft. I'll give you an A+. I'll give you an A on that. I'll give you an A on that.
Round 9, Michael Thomas.
That's an A. Same goes. So.
Round 10, Rashad White.
Hey, I think it's tough because he's behind a top, historically speaking, behind a top 5 producing back in Leonard Fournette. But again, I'm always a fan of drafting backups. I can't knock you on that. We'll give you a B.
Chris Olave in the 11th.
I like hinging your bets on these young guys. I'm a fan of that. We'll give you a B+.
Samaje Perine in the 12th. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly.
Samaje Perine.
Perine, okay.
Yes. What team does he play for now? Not the Jets, is it?
The Bengals.
The Bengals.
I apologize. Bears are awesome right now.
It goes back to drafting again, backups. We'll give you. I think you probably could find a better back. We'll give you a B-.
I like the whole backup tight end strat right now. David Njoku in the 13th.
Oh, come on. You were pooping on me in the last draft for it. I'm giving you a C just because of how salty I am with
this pick value.
Behavior.
Pick value.
Pick value, it's good. But I'm salty, so we're giving you a C.
All right. All that leaves is kicker and defense. So in the 14th round, I got Tampa Bay.
I
picked them over Buffalo. Weird, yeah. I will say.
Ooh, I don't like that. I would have picked Buffalo. Knowing that, I'm giving you a C.
Okay. Dustin Hopkins in the 15th.
I like that. Yeah, we'll give you a. You can't mess up a kicker pick. Yeah. We'll give you a B. Yeah.
Okay.
A B. It's a kicker.
Overall.
A-. I'll take it. I like that draft.
I think that one was a good one.
The Samaje Perine is, but overall I think it was a good draft.
Okay, give me just a second because it's time.
Hey,
pull up our favorite segment.
Yes, it is.
Let's see. There we go. Weddle, baby.
All tied up, 5-5 now too. This is crazy.
So
all the marbles.
You won, so you pick your position.
It worked well for me. We'll stick with first. I like to switch it up.
Okay.
We'll go first. AJ Brown.
Awesome. So it's a wide receiver number 11. I'm going Darnell Mooney.
Dude, it's in the NFC.
AFC. Yeah, it's okay.
Or AFC. Sorry. AFC wide receivers wearing number 11.
I think I have my next guy. If it isn't.
This isn't going to be correct, but we're going to go with Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Okay. I'm going to
Height
go
is correct. Wow, I was correct on everything besides 8. Oh,
McCole Hardman. I think where's 11? 17. Never mind. Okay.
try Julio. Oh, he doesn't play. Oh, he doesn't play for the Colts anymore. I don't know where
Does he wear 11?
He did.
He
I
plays
don't know
in
where he is now.
not Buffalo. Tampa Bay. Do you want Julio?
No, because Julio, if he plays for Tampa Bay, is in the NFC. It's not in the North. It's not in the West.
Hold on 1 second.
Gabe, yes. Yeah, we're recording in our house. I'm here. He's leaving for a second. But just for those more interested of kind of about what that live stream is, again, we're going pick by pick. Everyone's announcing the draft pick. It's going to be really fun. People, we're announcing it like to you guys and to everyone. So you guys get live raw reactions to what, how everyone feels about the fantasy draft and stuff. So it'll be fun. Again, tune into that if you guys would like.
I apologize for leaving. I had a knock at the door, but anyways, it's an earlier podcast. So people are still awake in my house. So
yeah.
Anyways, so your pick.
Oh my god. It's not Cole Beasley. Does not play anymore. This is Stephon. No, Stephon Diggs is not 11. Just for the division wise, we'll just use Stephon Diggs. We're trying to just figure this out right now. Oh my god. So what else should be? We have Northwest, East, and South. Okay.
Michael Pittman.
Yeah, that works. That's probably it. What?
Dude.
Oh, what number is Brandon Cooks?
13. Dang it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It all comes down to this. Okay, let's look at height. And their age too. Their age. We're not going to do age. But
age. So he either has to be a Titan, Robert Woods.
Maybe Robert Woods, or what? Who's that rookie? Or who does Corey Davis play for?
Look at the age. Corey Davis plays for the Jets.
Okay.
So he's in the West. I think it's probably Robert Woods. I can't think of anyone on the Jags who wears number 11.
Marvin Jones.
Oh, that's one guy in the Jags. I didn't think he wore 11. It's a shame.
Wow. Okay.
All right, that's a
hard mode.
This is what matters. 5'5". Yeah, AJ Brown. Why not? Yep.
All right. So it's an offensive player, younger in the AFC. Don't know. Okay. I don't know. This is out there. Orlando Brown, maybe? No, he's older. Okay. In the AFC, not a tackle, not a wide receiver.
Look at the height. He has to be a running back.
Yeah. I was nowhere near that, but
and he has to be young. Yeah, he has to be in his first few years. He is in the AFC, not the AFC West. This isn't correct, but go with the J.K. Dobbins because I know he plays in the AFC North. Let's see if we can get the position.
Ooh,
okay. And running back and height. So we know he's 24.
Okay. So with that knowledge, Najee Harris. Oh, come on. He's Pittsburgh running back, AFC North running back. He's too tall, 24, and we're close to his jersey number. If that doesn't
this is going to sound terrible, I don't even know who their backup running back is.
I don't either.
Wow. I don't even know who the backup running back is.
Bro.
I mean, you can guess the way you did, and you can take my guesses if you can take anyone. We're at that point in the draft already. Because if not, I'm pulling up a Google search. And Google search. And can we both agree we both don't know? And with
we both
it
have
being
no idea who this is.
And with it being the fifth pick, I feel like no one should get this if we have to resort to Google searching this early.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's a wash.
All right.
Yeah, let's go ahead and use our Google pick. Let's see.
I'm going to be so mad at myself, too, because it had to have been someone really recently that they would have had to. Master Teague? Is it Master Teague?
No.
What number is he? No, he's 31.
Benny Snell Jr.?
Benny Snell is 2. I thought Benny Snell was
tall. He's 5'10". It's Benny Snell.
Wow. I thought Benny Snell, for those who don't know who Benny Snell, he came out of Kentucky, and he was known as a power back.
Neither one of us would have guessed that.
I forgot Benny Snell even played there. He played for Kentucky. Again, he was a beast at Kentucky. He's probably Kentucky's – I don't want to say he's Kentucky's best running back, but he's in the argument. And for anyone – this clip blew up. If anyone's seen the clip, it would have been 3 or 4 years ago now at this point. And if you ever see like a clip of like someone like zooming in on a mouth guard, and you see the mouth guard like fan and go, ooh, and it's like the fan mouth guard, that's Benny Snell. If you guys have ever seen that clip, because it went viral because people are like, you need to watch out for this guy. He has a fan in his mouth guard. So if you guys have ever seen the clip, that's who Benny Snell is.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the last segment in the show. We're kind of booking through today's show. Only 42 minutes.
We said short.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the soda draft time, and it is my turn to draft.
Yes.
Because you got SpongeBob last week and kicked my butt when it comes to that draft. So it's fine. I'll give you your props. For soda, though, dude, this is actually like tough because I mean there is no
people. It's so subjective, yeah.
But
let's get this. Let's set the ground rules here. Could you say Coke and then me follow up with like a cherry Coke because they're different?
No,
because that opens up the pot. So Coke is all encompassing, like every flavor of Coke.
It is not.
It's not all encompassing. It is all encompassing.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
But you could say like cherry Pepsi, because that's a different.
Yeah. Pepsi and Coke are different. Yeah.
I will say though. Next question for me is, if I were to say cream soda, does that cover all cream sodas, or does that?
No, because cream soda like Coke and Pepsi.
I'm saying cream soda brands. So like.
No, that doesn't. No, because Coke and Pepsi and RC Cola are all cola flavored drinks. Just as cream soda is a cream soda flavored, it doesn't cover everything. They're all like subjective. Like that's what I'm saying. Like Pepsi and Coke are both cola flavored, but they're two different things. Just like cream sodas all have different brands. So
I will say this though, I'm going first overall. Give me a Dr. Pepper.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have even picked Dr. Pepper. I'm a hard Dr. Pepper hater, actually.
Oh, well, I didn't know that, but it's okay.
We got to go with the easy one. We got to go with Coke.
Yeah, that's
fair. I mean, people in Texas call all soda Coke, so you can't go
so wrong. Coca-Cola.
Yes.
Not cocaine. But
no.
So next up, I like a good Mountain Dew.
That's fair.
Like just
Mountain
the green one though, too.
Super sweet. That's crazy. Mountain Dew is really sweet. Yeah.
I'm a sweet guy. That's what the ladies say. I don't know.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So next pick.
So I'm gonna take the whole like brand here. We're gonna take Fanta, more specifically grape Fanta and pineapple Fanta. Those two are fantastic. The Fanta as a whole.
Third round pick. I'm going with Faygo.
Ooh. Faygo has one good flavor, and it's pineapple, and that's it. Yeah. That's it. Joneses. Can I just do Joneses as like a whole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have picked that one, but
that's okay.
It's a good honorable mention. It's good. It's good. I'll be completely honest with you. Let's see.
Oh, and now that we're getting here, like like a Muggs root beer and Barks root beer, A&W root beer, all different. Like root beer isn't a
Yes,
category.
very much. I was gonna say A&W is the best though, so I was gonna say
Yeah,
A&W.
A&W is the best. Absolutely, I agree with you. Um, this seems like really far. I'm not a Pepsi kind of guy. I really don't want to take Pepsi.
I'm not gonna take Pepsi.
I feel like nasty leaving Pepsi off this list, though. You know what? We're gonna come in out of nowhere and we're gonna take RC Cola.
Okay.
All for that baby.
Then for my last pick. Oh man.
I know where I'm going with my last pick, and I know you're not going with this because it's a place I don't think you've ever been. You may be been to this place.
You've never experienced how great this is.
Oh my god! All right, once you make your pick, I want to switch out my last. I want to switch out my RC Cola pick and then make my last pick. But I don't want to switch it out because like that's not fair to you.
Dude, it is so
Okay.
it's not. It's very easy actually. Sprite. Give me Sprite.
Yeah, I don't drink Sprite. So I'm switching out my RC Cola pick. I don't know. I completely forgot about this. We're switching out my RC Cola pick to Gerutos. Those gas, amazing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so
It's good to have every
Um,
once in a while, but
Yeah. And I don't think you've had this one. Because I think it's pretty much maybe you've had this place. They're small. Dog and Suds root beer, my favorite root beer ever.
Ooh.
Dog and Suds root beer is so good, but the problem is people don't really know it. It's like for those who don't know, it's like a Sonic, but like hot dogs and root beer. That's why it's called Dog and
Yes.
Suds. Phenomenal. I mean, the best root beer I've ever had. But it's a tiny it's a chain, but it's pretty much just in Indiana, and there's like maybe like 5 or 6 of them in all of Indiana. It's not very well known.
So, just to review, I had Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew, Faygo, A&W root beer, and Sprite. And then Ben had Coke, Fanta, Jones Pops, Doritos, and then Dog and Suds.
Dog and Suds root beer, baby.
Honorable mention, just cream soda in general. Love a good cream soda.
Cream soda in general. I'm not a Pepsi guy. Can't stand Pepsi. People like Pepsi though. You gotta give them Pepsi. Crush. I think Crush is good with Fanta. You can go with that too.
So I'm ready to close this out.
Yeah, that's okay.
I think
Short.
this was a good one. But last week I tried to do it through memory, and now I'm challenged. I want to do this. So if you made it this far, thank you for tuning in, making it this far in the Pigskin Project. We really do appreciate it. Make sure that you follow us on all platforms: YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, etc. We want to give a big thank you to our sponsors: Regional Radio Sports Network, Uppercuts Grooming, Anchor.fm, and Overtime Sports Network, which is in the upper right-hand corner that Ben is probably pointing to, but you can't really see because there it is. Yep, there it is.
Hey.
We got a lot planned for next week, but we have an even bigger show planned for Sunday. So please, please, please tune into our Draft Super Show. If you are just now listening to this and it's later on in the week, I probably already have it posted. So go ahead and listen to that to find out how our fantasy draft unfolded. But leave a review down below because it helps us more than you know. Follow us on TikTok too. That's a good one. Forgot about that one. I'll add that one. But that'll do it for this week's episode, I believe. Let me read through, make sure I didn't forget anything.
I think you're all good.
Dude, I did it. Not first try, but second try. I'll take it. We'll see you guys on Sunday. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes.
Take it easy.